The rain came down the night you left, like heaven knew I'd lose my way. You whispered words I couldn't stop, and slowly turned and walked away. I stood there frozen in the silence, watching your shadow disappear. The hardest part wasn't you leaving, it was knowing you were sincere. I keep replaying that last moment, wondering if I missed the signs. Maybe love was already fading while I was calling you mine. Your goodbye still hurts, like the first time that you left. Every heartbeat still remembers the words I can't forget. I smile so no one notices, but deep inside the truth still burns. Time keeps moving forward, but your goodbye still hurts. Your side of the room is empty, but your memory fills the air. Every song becomes a photograph of a love that isn't there. I still catch myself believing you'll call my name someday. Then reality reminds me you chose another way. People say that hearts grow stronger, that broken souls will learn to heal. But some goodbyes leave scars so deep, they never stop feeling real. Your goodbye still hurts, like the rain against my skin. Every drop reminds my heart of everything we've been. You found peace in letting go, I'm still learning how to breathe. The hardest word you ever said was goodbye to me. If loving you was my mistake, I'd make it all again, because every beautiful memory was worth becoming pain. I don't regret the love we shared, only that it had to end. Some people stay in your heart long after they have gone. Your goodbye still hurts, but I'm finally standing tall. The tears don't fall as often now, though I still feel them all. Maybe someday I'll love again, maybe someday I'll smile for sure. But no matter where this life may lead, your goodbye will always leave a mark. The storm has passed, the sky is clear, but every time it starts to rain, I still hear your goodbye. The sky was crying just like me, streetlights fading through the storm. Your footsteps slowly disappeared, leaving silence where you once belonged. I reached for one last goodbye, but the wind carried your name away. Now every drop reminds me of the night you chose not to stay. I keep replaying every promise, every dream we used to know. Now I'm standing in the shadows, watching now forever go. She left me in the rain with a heart that still believes. Every tear becomes a river flowing through these broken streets. She walked away without looking back while I was calling out her name. The storms finally found its home. She left me in the rain. Your photograph still hangs beside me, like a ghost that never fades. Every midnight whispers softly, bringing back our yesterdays. I try to build another sunrise, but every morning feels the same. No matter where this road may lead, my heart still carries your flame. If love was only borrowed time, why does forever hurt this way? Every heartbeat asks the question that you'll never come to say. She left me in the rain with a heart that still believes. Every tear becomes a river flowing through these broken streets. She walked away without looking back while I was calling out her name. The storm has finally found its home. She left me in the rain. Maybe someday clouds will break, maybe scars will learn to heal, but tonight I'm holding memories that only silence seems to feel. If you ever hear this song, know I loved you to the end. Some hearts never stop beating for a love they'll never have again. She left me in the rain, but I still wear your memory. Every thunder hides your echo, every drop still speaks to me. One last goodbye remains unspoken, one last flame refuses to fade. The world keeps turning without us, but I still stand in the rain. When the storm is finally over, I'll still remember your name, because some loves never disappear, they just become the rain.
Coffee's cold, the room is quiet.
pictures lying on the floor. I still hear echoes of your laughter, though you don't live here anymore. The clock keeps counting every second. But time can't pull me from the past. I thought our love would last forever. I never knew forever wouldn't last. I keep your voice inside my memory, like a melody I can't erase. Every night I close my eyes, still searching for your face. I'm still waiting after goodbye, holding on to what we used to be. You found another place to call home, but your shadow never left me. Every road I walk reminds me. Every song still calls your name. You let go of us so easily. I'm still waiting after goodbye. The rain still falls outside my window, just like it did that final night. I read the last words that you sent me, until the letters fade from sight. People tell me time will heal me, that someday I will smile again. But every sunrise without you feels like losing you again. If love could rewrite broken stories, I'd return to where we began. I'd hold your hand a little longer before it slipped away again. But I'm still waiting after goodbye, holding on to what we used to be. You found another place to call home, but your shadow never left me. Every road I walk reminds me. Every song still calls your name. You let go of us so easily. I'm still waiting after goodbye. Maybe someday you'll remember the promises we couldn't keep. Maybe you'll hear this lonely heartbeat in the silence when you sleep. I don't hate you for leaving, I just miss the life we knew. Some doors close forever, but my heart still opens for you. I'm still waiting after goodbye, though I know you're not coming back. Every tear becomes a memory. Every memory leaves a crack. The world keeps turning without us, but mine stops a single goodbye, but their love stays behind forever. You walked in wearing the same old smile, but something in your eyes was gone. Your hands felt colder than the winter, like your heart had already moved on. We sat in silence, words unspoken, while the rain kept falling outside. I felt forever slipping through me, even before you said goodbye. I searched your face for one more reason, one more chance to make you stay. But love had already packed its bags before you walked away. That was the night you changed, the night I lost your heart. You looked at me like a stranger as we slowly fell apart. The rain washed away our footprints, but it couldn't wash your name. Everything was different the night you changed. Your empty chair still faces mine, like it's waiting for your return. The candles burned down long ago, but somehow my heart still burns. I still remember every promise, every dream beneath the stars. Now they're only broken echoes, living inside these scars. Maybe I missed the warning signs, maybe love can quietly fade, but I never thought forever could disappear in a single day. That was the night you changed, the night our story died. I watched the love inside your eyes disappear without a fight. The storm kept calling out your name while I stood there in the rain. Nothing has been the same since the night you changed. If I could turn the hands of time, I'd hold you closer than before. I'd tell you every little feeling that I was too afraid to say. Now I'm left with only silence and a heart that still believes some nights never really end, they just replay inside our dreams. That was the night you changed, when forever slipped away. You found another road to follow. I got lost inside the pain. The rain still falls on empty streets, just like it did that night you walked away from our tomorrow and took my life. The world kept moving after midnight, but my heart is still living on the night you changed. my heart. Every dream I had became your name. I believed love could fix the broken, but somehow nothing ever changed. You smiled while I was falling. You held my hand but looked away. I was fighting for forever. You were already leaving that day. Tell me where I lost you. Tell me what I couldn't see. I kept giving you my whole world, but you kept letting go of me. Maybe I was never enough. No matter how hard I tried, I loved you with everything I had, but you still chose goodbye. I became the one left waiting while you found somebody new. If love was measured by a heartbeat, mine always belonged to you. Your side of the bed is empty, but your memory fills the room. Every song reminds me of us. Every sunset fades too soon. Friends keep saying I'll move on, that time will heal this pain. But every road I walk without you just leads me back again. Was I too easy to forget, or too afraid to let you go? I'm still searching for the answer only your heart will ever know. Maybe I was never enough. No matter how loud I prayed, you found a future without me, while mine just slipped away. I keep talking to your shadow, even though you're long gone. Some hearts never stop loving, even after love is done. If I could ask for one last moment, I wouldn't beg you to stay. I'd simply thank you for the memories before you walked away. Because loving you changed me, even if it broke me too. Some people become forever, even when they don't choose you. Maybe I was never enough, but my love was always real. Every tear became a promise that my heart refused to heal. I'll carry every memory like rain beneath the sky above. If I wasn't enough for you, you were still the greatest love I've ever known. I stopped asking why you left, but I'll never stop remembering how deeply I loved you. clouds rolled in without a warning, just like the day you walked away. The sky grew dark before I noticed that nothing would ever be the same. I still pass by our favorite corner, where laughter used to fill the air. Now every empty street keeps asking why you're no longer there. The thunder speaks in broken whispers, calling out a love I knew. No matter where this life may take me, the rain still leads to you. Every storm reminds me of you. Every raindrop knows your name. The wind keeps carrying your memory like nothing has ever changed. I try to hide behind tomorrow, but yesterday keeps shining through. No matter how the seasons change, every storm reminds me of you. I found your letter in a drawer. Its faded words still felt alive. I smiled before the tears arrived, remembering how we used to smile. People say the sky grows clearer after every passing rain, but even under summer sunlight, I still feel the same. Maybe healing takes a lifetime. Maybe some hearts never do. Some memories don't disappear, they simply wait for the rain. Every storm reminds me of you. Every lightning lights your face. The echoes of our last goodbye still linger in this place. I keep searching through the silence for a voice I'll never hear. The louder the storm becomes, the more I wish you were here. If the rain could carry messages, I'd send one with every cloud. I tell you I finally understand how love can be both beautiful and loud. I don't ask for another chance, I don't ask to change the past. I only hope somewhere you're smiling, even if we couldn't last. Every storm reminds me of you, but now I face the rain alone. The sky still cries above this city, yet somehow I've grown strong. Your memory will always find me, like the rain finds every sea. Some loves never truly leave, they simply become part of every storm we see. When the rain begins to fall, I don't run anymore, because somewhere inside every storm, a part of you still lives. still glows upon my screen, though months have slowly passed us by. One final text, one simple sentence: take care of yourself, goodbye. I read those words 1,000 times, searching for the love between the lines. But every letter felt so distant, like you had already left my life. I started typing what I wanted, then erased it all again. Some conversations end forever before they truly end. The last message you sent me still lives inside my phone. I can't delete those memories, even though you're gone. One goodbye was all it took to change my world forever. You pressed send and walked away. I kept reading it together. Our photos slowly disappeared. Your smile became another file. Your voice is just a memory now, hidden somewhere in the cloud. I still remember every promise, every late night I miss you. Now my inbox only echoes with a silence I can't lose. People say to let it go, to close the chapter and move on. But some words become forever, long after they're gone. The last message you sent me still breaks my heart tonight. I know the words won't ever change, no matter how I try. You found peace in saying goodbye. I found pain in every line. One short message ended us, but never left my mind. If I could send one final reply, I wouldn't ask you to come home. I'd simply say I hope you're smiling wherever life has led you now. Because love isn't always holding on. Sometimes it's learning to let go, even when your heart still whispers everything you couldn't show. The last message you sent me no longer fills me with regret. It reminds me that some stories are too beautiful to forget. I'll keep your words like falling rain, gentle, quiet, bittersweet. You may have left with one last message, but your love still lives in me. The screen finally went dark, but the words never did. Some goodbyes are only one message long, yet they echo for a lifetime. I saw your picture yesterday, a brand new smile upon your face. Someone else was standing with you, holding the place I couldn't replace. I whispered, I'm happy for you, though my heart could barely breathe. Some lies are easier to say than the truth we never speak. I kept the promises we made, even after you were gone. While you were writing a new story, I was reading the old one. You moved on, I stayed, still chasing yesterday. You found the sunrise in someone else. I'm still living in the rain. Every memory cafe where we used to laugh still plays the songs we used to know. I sit beside the empty chair, watching strangers come and go. People tell me time is faithful, that one day I'll be okay. But every step I take without you feels like I'm walking the wrong way. Maybe love isn't about forever, maybe it's about the scars. Some people leave your life, but never leave your heart. You moved on, I stayed, holding on to what remained. You learned how to stop missing me, I still whisper your name. The seasons changed around us, but my heart stayed where you were. You found your tomorrow, I'm still lost in yesterday. I don't blame you for choosing happiness. Love should never be a chain. I just wish my heart had learned how to heal as fast as yours. Maybe one day I'll stop waiting, maybe one day I'll smile again. Until then I'll keep walking, even if it still hurts. You moved on, I stayed, but I won't stay here forever. The rain may fall around my soul, but storms don't last forever. I'll carry every lesson, every tear, every goodbye, because loving you changed my life, even if it wasn't mine to keep. You moved on, and for a long time I stayed, but someday I'll find the strength to walk away too. We used to talk until the sunrise, sharing dreams beneath the stars. Now your voice is just an echo, lost behind these empty walls. The distance wasn't made of miles, it slowly grew inside our hearts. Long before you closed the door, we were already worlds apart. I heard the silence getting louder every time you looked away. Sometimes goodbye is spoken without a single word to say. When love becomes silence, there's nothing left to hold. The warmest hearts grow colder when feelings go untold. I watched your eyes stop searching mine, like I had disappeared. The quiet broke me more than tears. When love became silence, I still remember little moments, laughing underneath the rain. Now the only thing between us is everything we couldn't say. I tried to save what still was breathing, you had already let it die. Some endings memories don't need shouting, they simply fade with time. If I had known that was the last time you'd ever hold my hand, I would've stayed a little longer before we slipped away. When love becomes silence, the memories speak instead. Every photo keeps on smiling while the people inside have left. You walked away without a battle, without anger or goodbye, just an empty space between us where I'll forever die. Maybe love doesn't always end with broken glass and tears. Maybe the deepest heartbreak comes when nobody fights anymore. When two hearts stop reaching, when two souls stop trying, silence becomes the loudest goodbye. When love becomes silence, you finally understand. Not every broken story ends with someone holding hands. Sometimes love simply disappears like rain into the sea. You became a stranger while standing next to me. I kept waiting for one last conversation, but silence had already answered, and somehow it said everything. We built a home from borrowed dreams, believing love could never break. Every promise felt like forever until your heart began to change. You smiled while hiding your goodbye. I never saw the ending near. I was holding on to tomorrow. You were already gone from here. Looking back, I finally see the truth was written in your eyes. Some stories end before they start, even when we call them life. We were never forever, we were only passing through. I gave you all my tomorrows, you gave me memories of you. I kept believing love would stay while time was closing every door. Maybe we were meant to meet, but never meant for more. Never meant for more. Oh, your sweater still hangs by the doorway. Your coffee cup still holds the dust. Funny how the smallest pieces outlive the people that we trust. I don't blame the rain for falling, or winter for becoming cold. Some hearts simply lose their way, even when they're held so close. If I could live that night again, I'd love you just the very same. 'Cause even broken memories are worth the little pain. We were never forever, but forever changed my life. You became my sweetest chapter in my longest lonely night. I searched for reasons, searched for blame, but love doesn't keep the score. Maybe we were written together, just not forevermore. us free. Not every goodbye is a failure, not every ending is regret. Some people teach your heart to beat before they have to leave. We were never forever, yet I'll always know your name. Every storm still brings your memory, but it no longer brings the pain. I'll thank the love we once believed, instead of asking what it's for, because you were my beautiful beginning. Even if we were never forever, some hearts are meant to meet, not meant to stay, and that's okay. And that's okay.